I started an online clothing brand with no experience whatsoever. I poured my heart and soul into it. I even invested in a mentorship. I invested in over $10,000 for that year of just purchasing courses that would get me to the next step. I even quit my stable 9-to-5 job because I thought if I just put all my energy and effort, it is just gonna work out. It's gonna work out, baby. But it didn't. And I still failed. Today, I will be sharing with you the lessons that I learned from my failed clothing brand and what I would do differently if I were to start again, which I might. So I'm gonna share with you the lessons that I learned. And I want you to take everything that I say with a grain of salt because, again, this was my experience and all I want is to share what that was like. And I want you to learn from it because I know that if I were to show this to my younger self, this is what I would say. Towards the end, I will share my story, what made me start, and how I started it if you are interested in that. But for right now, I'm going to share my lessons first. One of the biggest things that held me back a lot was feeling like I didn't have all the answers. That can be a major thing if you are somebody that is like, I need to know everything before I start. But that can also give you a lot of analysis paralysis mode where you just don't take any action because you feel like you have to just know everything from the beginning. I want you to understand that you have to obviously do your research, but don't let it hold you back to the point where you don't take action yet because you're too scared of making mistakes or because you feel like you need more knowledge, more info. Honestly, the less info you know, so to speak, the better, because you are going to be learning as you go, and not everything that you are taking into consideration doing your research on is going to work either way. If you're trying to start an online clothing brand or just any online business, start with what platform do you have to be on? What do you have to do to get started? And again, it does not have to be perfect. Lesson number 2 is understanding that you are on new territory and mistakes are going to happen. Mistakes can either be the reason why you quit and give up, or they can be the motivator to get you to the next step. So you can really decide on how your choices are being made and how you can move forward from learning a mistake or going through a mistake in your beginning journey. Everything you do from now on or from starting your business is going to be uncomfortable, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be effortless. I don't know why everyone is saying like, oh, the right path for you is going to be easy and effortless and you're just going to have everything fall in your lap or just come to you easily. That's not true. The way things unfold is what's magical in a sense, but not necessarily the journey being easy or effortless. The hardest journeys are the ones that are the most rewarding. That's how you know that you are on the right path, when there's going to be challenges, when there's going to be mistakes that happen. Next lesson, make sure that you have organization and getting a calendar ready. So that was the biggest thing of how are you going to prioritize your days going forward and making sure that you are staying on course and you're not slacking off. One of the things that I did was I immediately just bought a planner and started adding every single day what I was going to do. And it doesn't have to be a lot, but that way you are holding yourself accountable for the steps that need to be taken that day or the following week. And you can use Notion. I use Notion, but I felt like writing it out on an actual planner for me was just so much more easier than doing it online in a digital calendar. But find what works for you, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be fancy. As long as you're getting it done, that's what matters. This way you can stay organized, but you can also know what your day is looking like and how to prepare for it. For example, when I was first starting out my business, I was doing everything after I got out of my job, my 9-to-5 job, and I was working on it on the weekends. And so when you come home from work, you don't want to be thinking about what you have to do. This is why you plan out your calendar and you write down every day what needs to be done, whether that is researching this or setting up the website, creating a logo, whatever it is that you need to do. And that way, that's how shit gets done, baby. One of the biggest things that helps you get to the next step faster, I would say, is investing in a course, a program, or mentorships. Now, obviously, a lot of the reason why we start this is because we want to make money or we want to start a side hustle. So we don't necessarily have the capacity to spend more money on a mentorship or a course. But if you have that opportunity to do so, it can definitely get you there much faster. You'll be learning techniques from all these people that have the results that you want. And it's not just about buying any cheap program out there that says that they have it. Really track down who this person is and the results that they're getting. A lot of times they have a community as well. If you can, join the community and see what they're doing differently. See the results that the members get on there as well. You want to make sure that this is a legitimate person who you are learning from. Once you feel comfortable, then you can go ahead and make the purchase. Get on their literally cheapest plan if they have like a membership where you can ask questions. They have like a Facebook group that you can join. A lot of times these mentors or courses will have like low ticket items all the way up to high ticket items. So start with the low ticket items. A lot of times they can range from $50 to $100. Stick with those for the meantime being. Try to get at least one step ahead of what others are doing. I'm not saying that everyone is going to have like the perfect strategy, because what worked for them a lot of times does not work for everyone. What you want to do is be able to gain skill sets much quicker than you would trying to find everything on YouTube. And once you get a better insight of the layout of things, of how to get started, the websites used or the platforms used, who their, vendors are, who they work with directly, what type of marketing material that they use, you can have a better understanding and start doing your research apart from that, like literally from free stuff on YouTube. The thing about YouTube, it's very helpful, of course. I mean, this is probably why you're here. You're researching something on how to get ahead. But sometimes a lot of people's information can get you to go into a million different directions. It can also sidetrack you on understanding what needs to be done next. At the end of the day, one of the biggest lessons I learned was no matter how many courses I take, no matter how many YouTube videos I watch, I need to make sure that I'm actually taking action towards the things that I want, toward the things that is actually going to move the needle forward. Because that's why everyone stays stuck in analysis paralysis state. They're not taking action. They feel stuck. They don't know what step they have to take. They're consuming too much content. They don't want to make a mistake. You just got to take a leap forward. You got to take a leap of faith, take some sort of action, move the needle forward. Even if one action step is not it doesn't lead you to anything, or you realize that it was a mistake, it's not even like a bad thing. Like, it's not, it shouldn't be frowned upon. A mistake is just literally the next step to getting the right answer. Success does not look like anything that's going to be like a straight linear line up. Like, there's going to be so many zigzag lines down and up. I'm actually going to show you a graph up here of what that looks like, of what I'm referring to. I remember seeing like a post on it where it's like business entrepreneurship is never going to look linear. It's never going to look like a straight line. And we just have to understand that mentality. Like, you're not just going to take a hit the first time and make a shitload of money, you know? Like, you're gonna have to be in the game for a while and understand it to actually get results. And if you don't like that, then entrepreneurship and starting a business is not for you. Honestly, I was one of those people that thought, oh, I'm smart enough, I could do this. This person got the results that I wanted. So, I mean, that means I could do it too. And yes, that's completely right. I was on the right path. If you're thinking that, you are on the right path as well. But you also have to understand that this is new territory. If you've never started a business before, it's literally like you're in a science lab trying to get results. Rinse and repeat a strategy until you find something that ends up working for you. And it's proven over and over again that it's providing results. Another thing to add to that about investing in a course to get someone else's strategy, no matter what type of strategy someone's giving you, don't allow that strategy to take over your own ideas or stop you from listening to your own intuition, your own gut instinct, your own thoughts and vision. You know, don't alter your vision just because you are looking into someone else's roadmap or you paid for someone else's strategy. A lot of times, the best results is literally just by following your intuition and your gut telling you to take an action step. Also, copying someone else's roadmap is never going to work for you, honestly. Like, you have to bring your own vision to it. You have to be authentic to yourself. The brand itself, it should be a reflection of who you are. That's what's going to make it attract the right people for you. People that resonate with what you have to say are the ones who are going to be your consumers, your listeners, or your supporters. Another big thing that a lot of people don't realize is you have to believe in yourself to actually get results that you want. I know it sounds corny, and I mean, everyone says this shit, right? But it's true. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, like if you just don't expect yourself to win or succeed while you're doing this, while you're starting something completely new, trust me that it's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you. It doesn't make sense to, right? Life is like a mirror. It's a reflection of our inner thoughts and our feelings. If we are internally thinking that we are not capable, we are not good enough, we are not worthy of starting this or achieving this, then the mirror is going to reflect the exact same thing that we are thinking, which is our external life, which is what we see right now in our 3D physical reality. You have to feel it 100% in your fucking bones that you can do it. And once you're able to get to that level of empowerment where you can find it within, then you are going to be limitless. No matter what results I got towards the end of the day, I'd rather fail at trying something than not trying at all and just wondering what would have happened if I would have just gone all in and done it. And I did. And I got the results that I got. If I'm being completely honest with myself, I was not patient enough to wait to see the results. I gave up too soon. I was following this brand for almost a year now, and I got the opportunity to work with them one-on-one for a mentorship. They literally showed me their Shopify store where they're making over 100 to 300K a month in sales. This was the exact results that I wanted from my clothing brand. When it comes to like having a mentorship, just understand that it's still your business and you still have a say to what you are doing. And you want to think of this mentorship instead of wanting them to answer everything for you. Don't let them change your business, because at the end of the day, it's still your business. And that was one of the mistakes I did, where I just looked up to them for every single thing that I was doing. And I basically relied on them to have the right answer for me every single time. Or I would just do what they would say, even if I didn't feel like it's what I wanted my business to do or what I wanted my business to be like, just because I thought they have the results that I want, so I have to do everything that they tell me. And that's not true. And so if you are going to be invested into a mentorship, just know that you want to keep your word and your vision to yourself, and make sure to remind yourself of that, because that can really make or break your business and lose your voice. And that's the biggest thing that is true to you, it's true to your business, and you want to keep that. So it's just one thing to keep in mind if you will be doing a mentorship. If you stayed until the end of this episode, thank you. And I also wanted to share my background story. I knew I wanted to start something. I wanted to start like a side hustle, mainly because I wanted to get out of my draining, dreadful 9-to-5 job. I knew there was much more to life, and I was like, this literally can't be it. Like, I can't like sit here in a freaking desk for the rest of my life and be okay with that, you know? And so I was seeing how all these people around me were living the type of lives that they dreamed of, and I was like, let's fucking do it too. Initially, I wanted to start a podcast, but I didn't, because I was like, who am I to start this? That was the version of me that had no confidence, the version of me that didn't feel capable of achieving her goals. And so I decided to do something completely different, and I went into the dropship route. This was 3 years ago, back when everything was like really trendy on TikTok, and everything was like all about starting your own clothing store, your own business. And so I felt that I could do this instead, and I felt that I was going to succeed at it better than just starting my own podcast or putting my voice out there. And so that's what got me started. I just needed to find fulfillment in something differently, because I wasn't finding it anywhere else in my life. My job was not fulfilling. My life, I had everything that I needed, everything that I could ask for, but at the same time, it felt like I just had no purpose. And that is when I decided to take a different route and do something completely out of my comfort zone and start a business. I was binge listening and binge watching all the videos, all the podcasts of people that had the results that I wanted out of a clothing brand or just any online business in general, my mindset was essentially still conditioned to work against me instead of for me. It was just like negative. It was judging everything I did. Even the people that I would share this with, that I was letting them know that I was starting something, they would say the most positive, empowering things. And not even then was I able to believe in myself. There were, and there probably is still, a lot of limiting beliefs that I grew up believing about myself, about what I feel I was capable of. Those beliefs were not in alignment with the results that I wanted. Learn to reprogram and let go of those old beliefs that are no longer serving you. Those old beliefs that are telling you that you are not capable of achieving your goals or achieving your dreams. You need to get rid of those, because those are only going to be the barriers to what you really want to achieve. Those are going to be the blocks stopping you from getting what you actually want. I hope you were able to gain some great insights, and if not, just simply inspiration. This video is not to be like a, what do they call it, a gloomy doom video or something to discourage people from trying something new. This video is to inspire you and let you know that you are more than capable of achieving what you set out for. And I am so excited, and I'm rooting for you to be able to get to achieve that for yourself. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and share this with anyone that needs to hear this today. Let me know if you guys like this type of content, if there's any questions, anything I can answer for you guys for the next episode. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.